Michael, can I ask you something? Do you ever feel like you understand English until someone actually starts speaking to you?
Oh man, yes, that's so specific.
Like, you can watch videos, understand podcasts, follow along with subtitles, but the second a native speaker opens their mouth in a real conversation, you're completely lost.
And then they say, you seemed to understand on the video, and you're like, yeah, but that was different.
Welcome back to Native English Skills. Today, Emily and Michael are talking about something almost every intermediate English learner experiences: the massive gap between understanding English in controlled situations and understanding it in the real world.
And here's the good news. Understanding this problem is literally the first step to fixing it.
So let's dig into this. Why does this gap even exist?
I think it has to do with context and speed, honestly.
Break that down for me.
When you watch a video or listen to a podcast designed for English learners, there are things helping you understand. The speaker is usually speaking more slowly.
Right, they're speaking clearly.
They're using simpler vocabulary. There's often a script or subtitles. Your brain has time to process each word. But when you're in a real conversation with a native speaker, none of that help is there.
So the native speaker is going full speed.
Full speed, with real vocabulary, with slang, with casual shortcuts like gonna, wanna, dropping words, and your brain doesn't have time to translate every single word.
So you get overwhelmed.
Your brain is trying so hard to catch every single word that you miss the meaning of the whole sentence.
Oh, that's interesting. So the harder you try to understand, the less you actually understand?
Exactly. It's like you're so focused on individual words that you lose the big picture.
I think there's something else, too. Expectation.
What do you mean?
When you're watching a video you chose, your brain is ready. You know what's coming. But in a real conversation, you don't know what the person is going to say, how fast they'll say it, or what accent they might have.
So your brain is caught off guard.
Exactly. And that's actually a huge part of why understanding feels so much harder.
So it's not just speed and vocabulary, it's also surprise?
Yes, and randomness. You're listening to a variety of speakers, different accents, different speech patterns.
Whereas when you watch YouTube, it's usually the same person or same channel over and over. Your ear is trained to that voice.
Right, so when you encounter a completely different person, your brain needs time to adjust.
Which means the first minute of a conversation is always harder than the rest of it.
I have a story about this. I met this guy Rodrigo who was studying English online for 2 years. He was really good.
How good?
Like, he could watch movies in English, follow podcasts, read news articles. He felt confident.
So what happened?
He went to an international conference, real English speakers, different accents, fast pace, no subtitles.
Oh no.
He told me I panicked. I couldn't understand a single conversation. I felt like everything I learned was gone.
How did he react?
He almost gave up, but then someone told him something that changed everything.
What?
You understood so much more than you think. You just didn't know what you understood.
What does that even mean?
It means his brain caught a lot of information, but he was so stressed and focused on what he didn't understand that he couldn't access what he did understand.
So it was a confidence thing?
Partially, but also a technique thing. He needed to learn how to listen differently in real conversations.
Okay, so the listening gap isn't really about your English level, it's about the situation being different?
Exactly. You keep saying catch a lot of information. What about the phrase pick up on?
Oh yeah, pick up on is great.
What's the difference between catch and pick up on?
Catch usually means you heard something specific, but pick up on is more about noticing subtle things like tone, mood, context.
So if I pick up on someone's frustration, I'm noticing it even if they didn't say it directly?
Exactly. You're reading between the lines.
That's actually really useful for listening because so much meaning is not in the words.
Right. So much is in the tone, the speed, the pauses.
What about tune in? Is that similar?
Tune in is a bit different. It means to focus your attention. Like, I need to tune in and really focus on what they're saying.
So if I'm in a conversation and I'm getting lost, I could say, let me tune in here?
You could, or you could just do it without saying it. Tune in means literally adjust your attention, like tuning a radio to the right frequency.
That's a perfect metaphor, actually.
And there's zone out, the opposite, when your brain gets tired and stops processing.
Oh man, I hate when I zone out in the middle of a conversation.
Everyone does, especially in a language that's not your native language, because your brain gets exhausted faster.
So pick up on, tune in, and zone out are all about how you listen.
Exactly. And understanding these phrases actually helps you understand listening better in general.
I want to talk about something I think is counterintuitive.
What's that?
Watching native content, like movies or podcasts made for native speakers, doesn't always prepare you for real conversations.
Why not?
Because native content is still controlled, right? It's scripted or edited. People aren't interrupting each other. There's no background noise. Everything is clear.
But real conversations are messy.
So messy. People talk over each other, mumble, change topics, use incomplete sentences.
And there's background noise, someone's dog barking, a car honking outside.
Exactly. So watching native content is good training, but it's not the same as real conversations.
So what should people do instead?
I think people need to listen to both the polished native content and real messy conversations.
Like podcasts where people are just talking casually?
Yes, or YouTube videos where creators are just vlogging, not performing, or TikToks or real conversations recorded in the wild.
Because that's where you learn to handle the mess.
Right. You learn that it's okay to not understand every single word.
Okay, can we talk about something important?
Of course.
A lot of English learners think they need to understand every word in a conversation.
And if they miss something, they feel like they failed?
Exactly. But that's not how native speakers listen either.
Wait, really?
Native speakers miss things all the time. They tune out, they ask people to repeat, they don't understand every single word.
So it's not a language level thing?
It's a listening skill thing. The skill is not understanding every word. The skill is understanding enough to know what's going on.
That's a big mindset shift.
It is, and once you accept that, listening becomes so much less stressful.
Because you're not aiming for perfection anymore.
You're aiming for communication, understanding the main idea, and asking questions when you need clarification.
Okay, let's give some actual practical strategies.
Yes, let's do it.
Strategy number 1, don't translate word by word. Listen for ideas instead.
What does that mean in practice?
When someone is talking, your brain might try to translate every word into your native language, right? Stop doing that. Just listen for the main idea. What are they talking about?
So even if you miss some words, you get the meaning?
Right. Your brain already knows enough English to do this. You just need to trust it.
What's strategy number 2?
Listen for keywords, not every word. Pick out the important nouns and verbs. That's usually enough to understand.
So if someone says, I went to the coffee shop yesterday and saw my old friend from college, you don't need to catch every word. You just need went, coffee shop, friend, college.
Exactly. And your brain fills in the rest.
What about strategy 3?
Use context. In real conversations, you know the topic, you know the person, you know the situation. Use all of that to help you understand.
So if someone is talking about their job and they mention stress, you know they're probably complaining, right? You don't need to understand every detail to know that.
Right. Context is your friend.
So basically, stop trying so hard and let your brain do what it's already trained to do.
Exactly. Can we talk about accents?
Oh, accents. This is a big one.
Because that's a huge part of the listening gap, right? You understand American English because you've been studying American English. Then someone with a British accent shows up and suddenly you're lost. Or Australian or Indian or any other accent. It's not that you don't understand English, it's that the pronunciation is different.
And your ear needs to adjust. That takes time.
How much time?
Usually after a few minutes of listening to someone, your brain starts to adapt. You get used to their rhythm, their accent, their way of speaking.
So the first few minutes are the hardest?
Always. That's why in real conversations, people often ask, sorry, can you repeat that right at the beginning? Not because they don't understand English, but because they're adjusting.
That's actually really reassuring.
It is, and native speakers do it too. They're like, wait, what was that again?
Okay, I want you to try something right now. Pause the video.
This is an exercise.
Think of the last time you felt like you didn't understand English in a real conversation. It could be in person or online.
Now ask yourself, did you not understand because your English isn't good enough? Or did you not understand because of one of these reasons?
The speaker was too fast. You didn't know what to expect. It was a different accent. There was background noise. You were nervous or tired. You were translating word by word instead of listening for ideas.
Be honest with yourself.
My guess is that it wasn't because your English isn't good. It was one of these other reasons.
Which means you can actually fix it.
Here's the thing about listening. It's a skill, which means you can get better at it.
How?
Listen to real messy English more. Podcasts where people talk casually. YouTube videos where people aren't performing. Twitch streams, TikToks.
Things that are less polished?
Exactly. Things where people sound like actual humans, not like English teachers.
And at first it'll be harder, but your ear will adapt?
Yes, faster than you think, actually.
So the listening gap isn't a permanent problem?
It's not. It's just a gap between different types of listening, and you can close it. So here's your challenge for this week.
We're listening.
Find one source of real, messy English. Could be a vlog, a podcast, a TikTok creator who just talks casually.
And listen to it with a different mindset.
Don't try to understand every word. Don't translate. Just listen for the main idea. See how much you actually catch without trying so hard.
And notice how it gets easier after the first minute or two.
Tell us in the comments, what's been the biggest listening challenge for you? A certain accent, native speed, something else?
We genuinely want to hear about your experience.
If this episode helped you, please like the video and subscribe to Native English Skills.
You don't need to understand every word to understand English. You just need to practice listening differently.
Keep practicing, keep listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for listening.